Hey everybody, this is Retro Challenge Gamer, and it's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't had time lately to really get into challenge runs or anything like that for my YouTube. I did a couple things for Super Mario Maker 2 and created a super world and stuff like that, but I never really got to sit down and actually do a run of a sort for any sort of game. So I figured I want to do something a little contemporary, one that's kind of held my interest recently, and of course, as you can see, it's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I want to do something a little differently. I'm not a crazy game player in terms of this. I know there's people who are way more skilled than this in this game, but I wanted to do something where it was a three-heart run. Um, order of the memories. So basically, I do the memories in the exact order that they actually appear in the roster of the storyline videos. You'll understand when I start playing. And then, after, as soon as I finish my final memory, I go straight to Ganon with three hearts. That'll be explained when we get there. And along the way, I need to hit up all the towers and stables along the way. And I need to do it with as little backtracking as possible. So we're going to take a lot of different routes throughout Hyrule. And to that end, I have printed out this map here with a whole bunch of lines and charts and arrows going everywhere to plan my route through Hyrule so I can do it with as minimal backtracking as possible and to show you as much of the world as possible in the least amount of time because we're just going for the memories and going straight to Ganon. We're not going to be doing all the divine beasts or anything like that. And then for shrines, to get the Master Sword in the final memory, we're going to need to do about 40 shrines to get 13 hearts. And then, of course, we're going to use a statue to get back down to 3 hearts before we go after Ganon. And then, just for fun, see how many Koroks we get, how many days, deaths, blood moons we've experienced, and stuff like that. So overall, this is going to be a fairly tame challenge, but I just kind of want it to be a nice, relaxing one after being on hiatus for so long. So we're going to start a brand new game, brand new profile, never been used. And as you can tell, I've kind of had to hastily make this setup here in the middle of my living room using a brand new capture card that can now actually record Switch games. So, but first, story. Yeah, this is such an interesting way to start the game. Just silence and very minimalist, which is indicative of the overall aesthetic and themes behind the game. So I went into this game not knowing really anything about what to expect. I knew it was a big open world game and that you could go anywhere, do anything you want. It was
Open
like
your eyes.
after the apocalypse sort of thing, but that was about as much as I knew going into it. So this opening
Wake up, Link.
was very weird for me. I was just like, huh, is this how they're going to do it? Is this how they're going to open up their next big Zelda adventure in a very unassuming underground bunker of sorts with Link waking up from cryo sleep? So, and of course, got to get that bear chest in. Ooh. So, just like Link, you actually go into this game not knowing anything. And just like Link, he has amnesia, so he learns things as you learn them. So he gets his memories back as you get them back. So kind of a neat gameplay dynamic where you can immediately empathize with your character. Ah, and you're right in the thick of it. It's time to. Okay, let me do a couple things here. Invert camera, nope, cancel. And with motion controls off, I don't want to do that. Change. No, cancel. We'll change it later, maybe. Okay. Now this tablet, it's pretty much a tablet, but it's called a Sheikah slate.
That is a Sheikah slate.
Is more or less pretty much a
Take it.
touchscreen tablet.
It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Because this was supposed to be played on the Wii U originally, so they had something to resemble it, so that on the Wii U you could actually do touch and things like that, I guess, some touch controls. But of course that was quickly dropped when ported to the Switch. Got an itch on my foot. I like the fact there's like absolutely no music, it's all silence. Very much silent. Oh, what's this? 2 chests here waiting for you. Huh. Someone took the liberties of undressing you and decided to put your clothes in chests nearby, in case you woke up, so you actually had something to put on. So that was nice of them. Alright, now we got some travel gear. And of course this lights up, drawing your attention to it.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
It's interesting that I can't change the language until after I save and then go back to the title screen. That's interesting. So you start up the new game with whatever language your system was on. And now we get a glimpse of the outside world.
Link.
Still no music, though.
You are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once
Very little,
again.
anyway.
Now go.
So the game hasn't really opened up to you the majesty of what it's going to have in store for you just yet. It's holding back. And now your first climbing tutorial. And here's where it is, the first breathtaking vista. The game takes over and shows you everything. This was probably one of the most awe-inspiring sights, both in the trailer and when you play the game for the first time. Cue title screen. Look at that panoramic shot, that's amazing. And all of that is yours to explore. This was mind-boggling back in 2017. I mean, sure, there were other games that toted big open world, but this is the first one that really, really, I think, delivered on that promise. Well, thank you. Okay, I'm trying to get used to the controls. I haven't played since like early 2018, 2019, something like that. So it's been a good minute. And we're going to gather everything we can, because as I said in the challenge, it's a 3-heart challenge, but everything else is fair game. So I can use potions, elixirs, food, armor, things like that. Because as I said, I'm not exactly a, amazing... Okay, I'm not liking these controls here. System. Not ability controls, thank you. Yes, there we go. Invert camera. I'm used to this setup. There we go. Oop, and there were some beetles there, and I can actually catch one right now. Sometimes the beetles on the trees, I always keep forgetting that they're there, and as soon as I run past them, they fly off, and I'm just like, oh, miss them every time. Yep, we have so many tree branches now. And he's just walking, minding his own business. So, like in the very first Zelda, you meet with an old man. Oop, my bad. I beg your pardon. I do believe that's my baked apple. Whoops, what a great first impression, right? Look for a succulent treat. Who are you? So, like in the original Zelda game, you meet with an old man in a cave. Now, this isn't exactly a cave, it's an overhang, but same basic thing. He doesn't give you a sword, but he does give you advice and directions of where to go. Okay, now the Great Plateau is interesting for several reasons. It's like a mini open world unto itself. It is basically one big tutorial to the game. So before the game allows you to go off the Great Plateau and explore the rest of the world, you have to first solve the plateau and all the challenges on it first. And so our challenge, our 3-heart thing, doesn't really come into effect. It doesn't really start until we get off the Great Plateau. So, speaking of which, I should probably grab this. To set things on fire. Yes! We're a pyromaniac. Yep, and we learn about locking. Now, this is a woodcutter axe. This is very important for several reasons. You cut wood and trees with it, and it's definitely used for a quest later on. And we have so much stuff to explore. Oh my goodness. So, as I said, no horse. Oh, and our first battle with the Bokoblin. Oh, and I might as well just grab his. And he gets super mad that you just grabbed his weapon. And yeah, they drop materials and gear and stuff. And so all of this is useful. Oh,
Link,
I don't remember this cutscene.
head for the
It's been a
point
while
marked
since I
on the
played
map
this.
in your Sheikah slate.
Ah, yes. They want us to go to the tower. Okay, our first goal marker. Oh, hello, Choo-Choo. Now, Choo-Choo Jelly on its own is not too impressive, but when you mix it with other types of elements and things like that, it becomes downright amazing. All right, there's the Temple of Time. We'll explore that in a little bit. In the meantime, we got to go to this marker over here, but there's going to be some enemies between us and the marker. So we're going to have to take care of some of them. And we got some opportunities to do it easily as well. Wow, okay. I just, wow, that totally missed everything. That was... Okay, can we try this again? Second time's the charm, maybe? Well, we got one. It's better than none. And we have a new weapon, stronger than the stick. Boko Club, but we'll save it for now and keep using sticks. Wow, 2 hits and the branch is already gone. And where's the other Boko? Where did he die? Oh, another club. Did he leave anything of interest? No, he did not, of course. So even though there's a marker on the map and the game's telling you to go there, you can totally not go there at all. You don't have to. But the game won't progress until you do, and any of the local shrines you have to glitch into that activate upon activating the tower. And there's our first bow-carrying enemies. So we're going to go around them and sneak up from behind. Yep, I know. Tree branch broke. And our first shield, which is a little crude, but it'll do. And our, oh, first traveler's sword. Very good. But never miss the opportunity to grab equipment and what is it, materials from enemies, because you're going to need a lot if you're going to upgrade your weapons and, well, not weapons, but your armor and things. Now let's sneak up on here. These two right here. So, interesting thing to note about the Great Plateau, until you can go get to the tower, which is behind me right now, the time will progress until it's 11 in the morning, and then it'll stay there until you activate the tower. Then afterwards, time will go as normal. And I just lost that. Okay, yeah, I did. All right. Oh, oh. Okay, I thought I killed him. My bad. And we have our first bow. So right out of the starting gate, the game gives us almost everything we could need, to include arrows, bows, weapons, shields, all within like the first, 10 or so minutes of playing the game. But as I said, the time stops at 11 o'clock, and then it won't proceed forward until you activate the tower, and then the day-night cycle continues in earnest from there on. So you can exploit that a little bit and explore some more of the plateau without having to progress the time forward. But we're not. We're gonna start the daytime cycle.